Joe Manchin has officially flipped on the next bill. I have all the details for you in this video. Let's get right into it. But if you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as all of this information continues to change so incredibly fast right now. I'm watching everything closely, I'm doing all the research, and I distill it down into these short videos, which I deliver a couple times each and every day so that you can get the latest details hot off the wire as this information is being released. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so quite yet, and I'll be here for you right by your side with all the latest details during this very busy and confusing time. All right, let's jump right into it. All right, so let's just take a minute here and talk about something before we get into the details about how Joe Manchin has flipped on the next bill, and let's wrestle around with a little bit more clarity on a video from yesterday and some of the comments I've been seeing down below throughout the course of the entire day today. All right, so in a video yesterday, I was out talking about what we would anticipate seeing the president talk about in the State of the Union address late last night. Well, sure enough, based on the research and everything that I talked about in that video, that was exactly what the president talked about in the State of the Union address. I did the research, just like I said I always do, and I found some things, and that is exactly what I laid out in that video. Well, sure enough, the president talked a lot about the Build Back Better agenda and all the provisions within the Build Back Better agenda. In fact, if you listen to the State of the Union address, he literally went right down the line of all those provisions in the Build Back Better agenda, and he basically laid them all out and told Congress to send them to his desk right away. So, very interesting, but at the same time, not surprising because, according to my research, that is what we were anticipating hearing out of the president. All right, so here's where it gets a little bit dicey, and I want to clarify this a little bit more. So, I've seen a number of comments. I mean, honestly, I can't even tell you how many comments I've seen like this. A lot of them, and they started rolling in late last night already. But here's the deal. A lot of people here have been reaching out saying he didn't say anything about a stimulus check. You're right, he didn't, and we didn't anticipate him to say anything about a stimulus check either. In fact, in my video yesterday, I made it very clear. I said he will not say anything. I do not anticipate him to say anything about a stimulus check. So, some people in the comment section down below, now again, don't get me wrong, a lot of very nice comments, a lot of really great messages and everything like that, but some people were reaching out saying, you said a stimulus check would be announced. No, I didn't. Sorry, no, I didn't. I never ever said that. I did not say that yesterday. Here's what I did say. I did say that if there happens to be a fourth stimulus check, it will probably not be called a stimulus check. I was laying out a variety of different names that we should probably watch for going forward in the event there is a stimulus check. Like I said, I highly doubt it's going to be taking on the name stimulus check or even economic impact payment, which is the official name that they gave the last three payments. I would highly, highly doubt that is the name. But again, maybe it is, but I was just saying in that video, if there happens to be a stimulus check going forward, I think it's going to pick up a different name. Maybe something like an anti-inflationary check, or support check, or relief check, or survival check. Honestly, I don't really know. I was just throwing out some ideas. But I did make it very clear that the president would not be calling on a stimulus check, and I did not give any indication that he would be saying that. So, I want to make it very clear. I apologize if there was some miscommunication, or if I made it sound like he was going to be saying that, but no. I never ever said that, and I did not even imply or mean to imply that he would actually be announcing a stimulus check. I did not imply that one bit. So again, if it sounded that way, certainly not what I meant. I was simply saying if there happens to be a fourth stimulus check, which again, at this point, we have no clue what there's going to be out of Congress. But if there happens to be, all I was saying is that I do anticipate it would probably take on a totally separate name. That's what I was laying out right there. So, I hope that kind of clears it up. One more thing I want to point out as well. The stimulus package and stimulus check are two totally different things. When I say stimulus package, that does not mean stimulus check. Stimulus package is like the all-encompassing bill, like the 3,000 pages or 2,000 pages that may contain two pieces of legislation within it, or 2 pages, I should say, of legislation within it that may have a stimulus check. That's what I mean. So stimulus package and stimulus check are two totally different things. So anyway, I hope that offers a little bit more clarification. And again, if it seemed a little bit, confusing what I was talking about yesterday, again, I totally apologize. I did not mean to come across as saying the president would be announcing a stimulus check. That is not the case at all. In fact, I said that in one of the videos yesterday. I said he will not be calling on a stimulus check in the State of the Union address. So again, hope this kind of clears it up a little bit right there. I did see a few of you reaching out, by the way, saying he didn't say anything about Social Security or SSI. You're right, he didn't. I listened to the entire speech. He did not say even a single word that indicated anything about Social Security, retirement, SSDI, SSI, VA, any kinds of benefits like that. I did not hear a single word about those benefits. So, but again, at the same time, I didn't anticipate him to say anything about that either. So anyway, kind of hope that clears it up a little bit. All right, let's talk about Joe Manchin now and how he has flipped on the next bill. By the way, I'm not calling it a stimulus package. Notice, I called it a bill. All right, so let's talk about what Joe Manchin is doing now. So today, Joe Manchin talked about, again, no proposal on the table. He even said that too. He was talking to some people, and he even made it very clear. There is not a proposal on the table right now for the bill that he is introducing or that he is sketching up at this time, but rather it is just a conversation. It is a discussion. So remember, Joe Manchin is one of the few small handful of senators right now potentially holding up any kind of package like a Build Back Better agenda or anything similar to it, maybe individual pieces of legislation, standalone bills, anything like that. Joe Manchin is one of the main guys behind kind of the sticking points going forward right now. However, Joe Manchin he came out earlier today and he mentioned that he is sketching up the draft of a bill that he could actually get behind and actually support going forward. Here's what he has in it as of right now. Remember, anything is subject to change, but just remember, this is what he has as of now. Again, I'm not calling it a stimulus package. I'm calling it a bill because that's what Joe Manchin is referring to it as. He said he wants the legislation to actually reform the tax code. So remember back in 2017, there was the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, that one. He wants that reformed. So he wants the tax code reformed. Number two, he also wants them to be able to lower prescription prices. This is something that's very important to him. Now, this would be a very scaled down bill from what we've been seeing going forward. So we've been seeing these proposals coming out for $1.75 trillion, $2.2 trillion, big numbers, right? Trillions and trillions of dollars. Realistically, what Joe Manchin is probably proposing here is probably maybe a couple $100 billion. We did not get a price tag on this thing, but I'm just saying, based on what he's proposing right here, we're maybe talking a couple $100 billion. Maybe. Again, maybe. We have no clue what that is. I'm just throwing out some random numbers based on what he's introducing here. It's not going to be much. Very, very small. So again, just laying that out there. He also wants to lower inflation. He wants this bill or whatever it is that he introduces and sketches up, he wants it to dramatically lower inflation. So inflation is running hot right now. It's very hot. So it's anticipated to go even much higher. So based on everything that's going on around the country right now, as well as the world, this inflation situation is only going to continue to exacerbate and get even worse going forward. But again, I don't want to instill fear. I'm not here to scare anybody. I'm simply telling you what is honestly going on out there right now. And this is what the analysts and experts are saying. Unless we get a massive shift and something changing pretty quickly here, it's going to continue going on the same trajectory that we're currently seeing it move on. So just want to let you know about that. But anyway, this is kind of where we stand as of right now in hopes of a potential next bill. But again, we have no clue what Congress is going to start working on after the State of the Union address yesterday evening. Maybe they're all jacked up right now. Maybe they're all excited. Maybe they're sitting at their computers right now typing away on some new legislation. I highly doubt it, but who knows what. But again, this is what we have as of now. Joe Manchin is going to be sketching up this bill, this proposal, but as of right now, like I said, this is just a discussion. There's nothing official in writing as of now, but he is in support of provisions of the Build Back Better agenda. But again, it's going to be very much scaled down from the $2.2 trillion we saw pass through the House about 4 months ago now. Yeah, it was about 4 months ago we saw that pass through the House. So it's going to be very scaled down from there. But again, like I said, anything is subject to change. Anything is subject to change. These are all starting points, and anything can go from there. And again, this is just one person. Remember, Joe Manchin is just one person. So there's a lot of people, over 500 people in Congress, and Joe Manchin is one of them. So just want to let you know. Anyway, these are the updates I have for right now. I hope this offers a little bit more information and a little bit more clarity on what is going on right now. And don't worry, I'll continue to keep you posted with everything going on and all the latest updates. So make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share this video and go back and check out out any of the other 2,200 videos right here on the channel. Enjoy your day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you again later, and I hope this one helps you out. Please remember, I'm here to help you in any way that I can. I'll be right here for you, right by your side every single day. That's my commitment, and I'm sticking to it. All right, enjoy.